Yo, ain't it funny how stuff come full circle? You remember when Nicki was going through all of that drama with Remy Ma? Just notice how all of this is all of this is coming to pass now. So we been knew that Safaree never wrote Sorry Safaree. You know what I'm saying? We knew that he didn't write Nicki's stuff, but being that they broke up, he was trying to take credit and make it seem like he helped her write her rhymes. Well, Safaree just recently did an interview with somebody. I don't know what platform this is on, but he spoke about, Nicki writing her rhymes. Listen, I'm gonna do some commentary. I just want us to check this out really quick. Let's go.
It's been in the media like controversy, like you helped her write her songs. Is that true?
No, and I'm glad you asked me that, because
Yes.
there's always people who be like,
Yeah.
First, I never, I don't know if somebody took something I said or flipped it or switched it. She is far more capable to do her own music, which she has and always does. If anything, I was a hype man because I was just always that cheerleader.
Supporting her.
I was that yo, did you hear what you just said?
Your big R up all the time.
Yeah, it was just more of wow, nah, and she took pride in that. And I feel like when we had first broke up.
So listen, that got cut off, but he was saying, but when we first broke up, don't try to act like you don't know where it came from. Sorry, Safaree. You the one who got this you the one who got this started. And then you linked up with Remy Ma and she started saying certain stuff. It's so funny how these things come to pass. And then we see what's going on with Remy. First and foremost, I'm not delighting in anyone's demise of their relationships or anything like that. I don't think it's funny. If you can see by my commentary, I don't contribute to that. I don't care. I don't contribute to that. You could feel that way. I don't feel that way. But I do think that it's funny how the tables turn, because I remember back then when Nicki had broke up with Safaree. Well, no, she broke up with Meek. She was with Meek at that point. She broke up with Safaree. Then she was dating Meek and broke up with Meek. And then I remember Remy Ma. She did. Now listen, this is rap. There is no limit. People say whatever they want to. But I remember Remy saying oh, you ain't got no man, this and that, whatever the case may be. And then look and see what she went through with Papoose. I remember that saying you ain't got no man, you mad lonely, this and that or whatever. But what I want to say is, it's so funny that now Safaree is talking. I want to know. I didn't see the commentary leading up to this, so I don't know what led to that. But what I want to say is, Safaree, you should have been did that. But see, I remember this. One thing that I don't do is forget. And I remember when Nicki and Safaree broke up and it was everything going on. When Cardi came out, Safaree was very instrumental in trying to usher in the thoughts of people saying oh, and even if Nicki is better than Cardi, people will like Cardi more because, she's nicer or whatever, right? And I'm thinking to myself, this woman changed your life, right? And you seen when Nicki was in that Funk Mr. Flex interview and she was just be happy for what I did for you. This woman changed your life and you trying to really put her down for some Latina? Really? Untalented? All of that? You really tried to put her down for Cardi B? So it's just funny to me. It's really funny to me just to see how things come full circle. And I wonder why all of a sudden he's willing to sing another tune. I know that he did make it kind of clear a few years ago saying that no, he didn't write. Come on. And I never forget Nicki being on that Pink Print tour, because what it was is that, and I think that's why they had some tension between Meek Mill and Safaree, because Safaree was doing little stuff like that. Because I remember when Nicki was on tour, Nicki addressed it on the Pink Print tour with the ponytail and all of that. And she was imagine, she said, a nigga ain't even smart enough to write the stuff that I be saying, talking about Safaree. And that breeded different conversations where people was taking Safaree's corny raps was oh no, I think he definitely helped Nicki. No, he didn't. See, that's the thing. I noticed this, right? And it goes twofold. When you a black woman and you really do this and you really are the vessel of the talent and you push that out, it's you have people who hate on you. I noticed that people have so much sympathy and you have to, and this is so sad, but I noticed when it comes to Beyonce or when it comes to Jay-Z or even when it comes to Nicki, right? People, they don't see these people as human. And it's they're so successful and you feel like you could just do and say anything. And it's just doesn't matter because she's so successful. Doesn't even really matter. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I could say X, Y, Z about said person. And then you got a person like Cardi B who don't have no talent and is only here based on certain reasons. And then they boost her up. You know what I mean? This industry is so weird. The fans is weird. People's listen. That's how I personally feel. But it's just funny, as I say, to see things pass. Everything with the black love with Remy Ma and Papoose. And when I say this, when I'm having this conversation about this, I'm not saying this to clown them, because I don't think anybody losing their relationship, I don't think any of that is funny at all, right? I don't. But I do think that it's interesting. It's very interesting, because now the same relationship used to dangle over Nicki's head when she was single, broken up from Meek, knowing that he was thrashing her. And now I can understand why some people would say that Remy was male identified, because it was like, you know, in just one angle with the way that she was trying to like bash Nicki for being single and all of that, knowing that Nicki could pull a man any day of the week. You know, but what I will say is this though, and people might disagree with that. I noticed Remy dating Papoose, Nicki with Kenny, right? It's something about strong women where they like men who they're doing better than. I'm just gonna say that. That's my personal opinion. You can't take it from me. I don't care how you feel. It's something about, and it's not just Nicki and Remy. It's a lot of girls. Do you know that my niece's mom, she has a doctorate degree and she only dates bums? What is that? I want to say this message to women. Money is not the end all be all. It's how a person treats you, right? But what is that? I want you to comment that below. What is it? And listen, I'm black, so I only know and like mix and mingle with black women. It's something with y'all where either you are not dating people of your esteem. Yeah, that's really, and she's not the only one. She's not the only one. A few women who I know do that. Maybe the pickings were in their areas that they're subjugated to don't really offer anything that can, you know, give anything more than that. You know, that's an interesting take though. But I noticed that it seems to be some sort of a power trip in my own opinion, right? But yeah, man, sorry Safaree going around playing the Atari. He had the nerve. He had the nerve when they broke up. I remember when Nicki and Safaree broke up, he tried to make it seem like he was like, oh, and I'm owed money from, he did say that. He said something like he was owed money from writing, and he tried to say that he wrote on Feeling Myself, or what did he say, Feeling Myself, or the Flawless Remix, or whatever. Yeah, he was talking spicy. He was so mad because what happens is that a person don't value you. What happens is behind the scenes, just to tell you, and I've said this before, when you have a person like Beyonce, you have a person like Nicki Minaj, and I'm gonna say I don't think Safaree was as bad as Meek Mill, but you heard the stories about what Nicki said about Meek, how he put hands on her and how he did certain things to his sister and his mother and stuff like that, right? We've heard about what Jay-Z did to Beyonce. There's something about a woman who reaches that magnitude of success that certain men want to make them feel like a basic BITC behind the scenes. They want to treat you like a basic 304 behind the scenes, like Beyonce, the one who they scream for when the show opens up and all of that. Nicki Minaj, the one who they send in, they buy all her stuff up and scream for her when the show comes. Oh, behind the scenes, I treat that 304 like shit. Yeah, I treat that BITC like what? They screaming your name? I just smacked it out of you. I think people get power out of breaking down those type of legends and those public figures that have that type of huge reach and that type of acclaim. I'm telling you, it's something with it. I'm telling you, I know that it's something with it, because I remember even with Beyonce, Jay-Z was saying like, you know, he had to take a back seat to her fame. And like, I think that was kind of the response in his album to the Lemonade. It was a response to it. Yeah. So listen, funny how the tables turn though. Listen, I still wish the best for Papoose and Remy in this situation, no matter what happened. And you want to know my true take, right? I'm going to tell you how I feel like if Nicki even knows about what's going on with Papoose and Remy. I think that Nicki is a good person at heart. I don't think that she's delighting in their demise or anything, because I get that from her. I get that type of energy from her. She would never laugh at somebody's relationship, especially with having to deal with kids and stuff like that. Nicki doesn't strike me as that spiteful type of person. She does not strike me like as that. Even when she was beefing with Cardi and she was saying like, this girl needs some help, and Nicki called it out and she said, this girl is clearly going through postpartum. And what Cardi do years later? Admit that she was going through postpartum. Cardi B really owes Nicki Minaj an apology for everything that she did. And the thing about it is that, and this is why sometimes I get so happy when Nicki goes on hiatus, because she needs to evacuate this place and let us really realize and understand like what we dealing with out here on the ground level. Like, you know, you sit back and you just realize like what is really going on out here? Like who is really moving and shaking like that? Because a lot of the little droppings that the girls get, it don't even really be popping like that. Like they just want you to make you think it's popping like that. It's really not popping like that. you know. But yeah, I had to, yeah, because Nicki called that out, and she was like, who's gonna get this girl some help? Who's gonna get this girl intervention? You just had the biggest blessing when she had culture, and you're attacking somebody at Fashion Week. But that got overlooked, and Nicki got looked at as old and bitter. So how did it feel when Carlissa was calling Remy 45 years old? I don't think Remy is 45. I think Remy was Remy born in 80 or 81. So I think she might be 44 this year or whatever. But that was crazy. She was like, I'm not 45, and you're not aging like fine wine or whatever. That was just crazy. But yeah, and then Remy, you know, she was like, I bet you he tries to say he writes my rhymes next. You see how that felt when you try to set the tone? But see, Nicki, Remy, they all from that battle rap type of age. People gonna say stuff that's not true, maybe true, whatever, right? And I think that Nicki can handle that. But I think in hindsight, looking at it now, how everything played out, you try to clown this girl like you ain't even got. I remember when Remy did that freestyle, and she was like, you ain't even got no man, bitch. Yeah, she was talking to her. I listen to everything. I'm aware. I'm in the mix of all of the music from the artists who I like. But now Safaree, he turned into a content creator, so he getting Google ad checks like I'm getting Google ad checks. Get your money if you could get it. Listen, there's money out here to be made. Even you watching this video, shit. A lot of times, listen, I'm a project manager and I make good money, right? But I feel like if I can do content and make more money, why not? Listen, a 9 to 5, I'm telling you. A 9 to 5. Listen, I don't need to do this, but why not? If I can get $2,000 a month off of doing my content, why would I not do it? Why? And save the money in my account and pay off bills and do whatever, right? Why would I not? So I'm not hating on nobody who's doing content, but Safaree, Nicki changed your life, and you really tried to play her, and then you fed, and then Safaree was linking up with Remy Ma and doing all that. It was just too much. It was too much. Then he was trying to boost Cardi B up. It was just too much. So listen, I'm about to wrap this up. Potent, pondering, never pandering. I'm glad that he said it again. He said it again. Nicki write her own rhymes. That's why she's the biggest threat, because she's not just here courtesy of another man's ball sack like Cardi B, having some man running up in the studio creating her sound and telling her what to do and when to spit it, how to spit it, and no, go low, go this, go that. No, she's not that artist like that. And this is why Cardi thought that it would be so easy to come into the game. This is why all these chicks thought it would be so easy to come in the game. Like, oh, is she really writing her rhymes? Oh, no, I could come in. Oh, she get radio play? I could get radio play. Oh, is it all about the radio play? If you notice with Nicki, it's not all about the radio play, because she don't get mass radio play at all. So listen, I'm wrapping this up. Potent, pondering, never pandering, never panhandling. Subscribe to this channel. Support the channel. The Cash App is in the description. Shout out to all the y'all. People be sending me random Cash Apps on here. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. I respond to everybody who sends me love and Cash Apps. People just be random sending me stuff like, and I really like that. And it's always my regulars who do that. So I really, really appreciate y'all. I hope that y'all have a nice week. And I want to do some more videos too, but I want to go to the gym. It's already 8 o'clock, so I don't know how it's going to rock. Potent, pondering, peace.